Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Lesotho tries to forms an empire. Now, alone they aren't strong enough because, look where they are. They don't have a coastline. They're basically mountainous. Their whole country's a mountain. And, basically, they would have to find allies in order to beat South Africa, which is their only possible way to get stronger. So where will they find allies? Well, they find allies with the British, which is not surprising for the very least. Which I need to put, I have to get every single thing just to get, I have to cover every single overseas territory for the British so I can remember. So that includes the British Virgin Islands. Pretty sure they own St. Helena. Pretty sure that's a British overseas territory as well. The Pitcairn Islands, I know they own that. They also own They also own the Cayman Islands. On the British Indian Ocean Territory. This South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. Clever name, by the way. And the Falkland Islands, which, if you didn't know already, Trump thinks he can take over that entire territory, which is not true. Anyway, we also have, I'm pretty sure they have the Cook Islands. Also, I don't remember, hold on, let me check, hold on. Okay, so no, it's New Zealand. Okay, so New Zealand owns that. Alright. Now, let's just get Bermuda. I know they own Bermuda. And that's basically it. That's basically all of the British territories. If I'm missing anything, please let me know. Oh wait, I almost forgot about Gibraltar. Actually, I'm pretty sure Gibraltar is already a part of the UK. Let me just check real quick. Yep. Let me just make sure I get their military base in Cyprus, because they do own that. They do own military bases in Cyprus. But Lesotho will also find another ally. This time it's Eswatini, who, as we all know, was gonna be if I can find their flippin' name. Oh wait, it's S. Right, I've just remembered. I don't know why I forget things this easily. But yeah, Lesotho will find 3 allies for now. So let's start off with this war. So Lesotho will have a buff, because I'm God in this universe, in this Empire universe, as they will completely surround, they will relieve their capital from South Africa. The closest capital to their country is this one, which I forgot the name. I'm pretty sure it's in the province of Free State. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check where that capital is. I use Google Earth to find capitals, but you know, this, as you can see, I did use this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's Bloemfontein. That's the closest capital. There's also Pretoria and Cape Town. So all of these capitals here, you see, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, and Pretoria, they are all in. They're basically, they have their own. So every branch of government is in one of those capitals. So yeah, Lesotho will focus to go to Bloemfontein. But they will also focus on getting a coastline, because if they don't, that's what makes a country strong, if they have a coastal access. And they might be getting supplies from the British via air, like their air force. But Eswatini is not just gonna wait around, as they will be invading throughout over here. Kind of focusing on Pretoria, but they'll also focus along the coast. Have no fear, the British just landed in Cape Town, as they captured that capital city. And now we see more British forces enter over here, as they begin to advance throughout the South African western coast, eastern coast, the west coast of South Africa, which is, not gonna lie, is my favorite country, because, well, they do have cheetahs there, which is obviously my favorite animal. Why else would I name my channel Cheetah Man? But now we see Eswatini and Lesotho forces meet up, and now we can establish a pretty good front line between the two. Obviously now, with that, Lesotho is going to focus on Bloemfontein, as they capture that capital city for themselves. And they are slowly going to spearhead towards the British forces, while also focusing more up north to help capture Pretoria for Eswatini, as they are getting very close to that capital city. As time goes on, these areas will converge into one. And now we see a pretty big Swazilandian force and forces from Lesotho spearhead towards the capital and take it with relative ease. At this point, Britain has managed to capture this whole area, and they'll send some more forces along the southern Cape, Cape of South Africa, as they're trying to cut them off from the coast, as Lesotho is also going to make the same move as they meet up with British forces. As time goes on, more and more forces are beginning to show up, as Britain and Lesotho meet up over here, cutting this area off from this area. They begin to advance throughout this whole territory. And soon enough, these areas will begin to crumble as many of these, for many South African soldiers over here, will begin to surrender, wave a white flag, showing signs of surrender, and this whole territory up here will be occupied. And now they'll divert their focus over here, which is where the main focus now is. So, as soon as Britain, Lesotho, and Eswatini will, their forces will begin to rapidly shrink this area. Until all forces surrender. And now we can look at the peace treaty between the United Kingdom, Lesotho, Eswatini, and South Africa. So, let's draw in the new borders of this country. So, with this, the people from Lesotho will just take over Eastern Cape, Free State, Northwest, and Gauteng from South Africa. Meanwhile, Eswatini will take KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo, while the British will take the Western Cape and Northern Cape. Which, that's all the border. That's all that will happen. So we can pretty much just divide this up. So right here, I'm just going to make the borders pretty good. So right here, of course, it will go something like this right here. Then over here, it will go up here. It will go this way, kind of like that. It kind of goes around here. Kind of does something like that. But something like this works perfectly. It's as good as it's gonna get. And over here, it will go something like this. Right over here. It's as good as it's gonna get, guys. Okay. You'll see the actual province layer on the actual map here that I use. So with this, Britain is gonna get a major city over here. We don't have to really change the border here that much. But I am just gonna tweak this a little bit here. I'm just going to tweak this up a bit better. So as you can see, Britain now has some territory. They're back in Africa. That's not good. But now Lesotho is now a stronger power. Well, they are now a stronger power with the help of Britain on their side. As well as Eswatini now. So, now we can take a look at another war. This war will be more focused with a fight on Botswana, which I'm pretty sure their capital is like, what is their capital again? I forgot. Yeah, I forget everything. Oh, it's right there. Gaborone. I'm pretty sure it's like right on the border. Yeah, it's right on the border of South Africa. So, um, Lesotho forces will push in to Botswanan territory from all angles, from the whole border they have with them now. But also there will be Eswatini also invading into Botswana as well as the British forces. As they begin to advance throughout this whole territory. And now we can see that they will bolster up their forces, Britain will focus on not letting them escape into Namibia. Also, this area right here, there's some reason behind this. So Germany wanted to, like, so the reason why this Namibia has a panhandle because Germany bought some land from Botswana, and they wanted to connect up to the Zambian River, but as you all know, the British was like, that's not gonna. They did that because they knew that wouldn't work out for Germany. That's why it just happened. So it was a pretty just stupid decision by Germany to do that. But now Britain is gonna help out with this area. And they are gonna focus some more forces over here, while also focusing more over here. I know I haven't done a civilization episode yet, but don't worry, there are 2 episodes coming out very soon. One will be on the 4th of May, and one will be the day after that, which is on Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo is a celebration for Mexicans after defeating the French when the French invaded them, because of like U.S. blockade over the Confederacy and not letting them export any cotton to European nations, which France got really mad and invaded Mexico. But the British, they didn't really do anything. As soon as Abraham Lincoln announced that it was for ending slavery, a ton of nations saw this as a war to end slavery. But yeah, I'm just saying. But let's get focused on the video at hand. So, these forces will begin, and they will capture their capital. And let's just take a look at the peace deal. Oh yeah, the treaty that was held right here to draw up these borders was held in, Beijing. So it was the Treaty of Beijing. Well, now we are in, Kiev. So this one will be the Treaty of Kiev, which now I'm just going to draw up some new borders here. So I'm just going to give up Jiangning Southern, there's, how do I get to Brazil? That is so weird. Lubatse, Southeast, Gaborone, and Quining. and also Katleng and Ganzi, and also Gemland and Job. And of course, the rest of it will go, and Britain will only get one province, but they're fine with that. They're pretty fine with that. So they will get Kalagati. I am sorry for butchering that, anyone from Botswana. And Eswatini will get the rest of this territory. So that will include Northeast, Frankistown, Central, Slibi Fikwe, which, if I zoom in pretty far, for some reason, I am in Nambia somehow, which is Joe's on Jupa, which is like all the way like right there, right near. It's not that far actually though. But anyway, they will also take Rapa or something like that, and also Sowa. Pretty clever naming. But as you can see, Lesotho is trying to make the worst borders possible. But we all know that's what they're trying to do. I can probably find out. I can probably do Britain first, as it'll be like a straight line border, and then something like that, and then like this. I'm sure. I'm sure that's what it looks like. Britain doesn't mind that. Then I could do. Let's do like. Let's do Eswatini now, as they will gain all of this right here. Yeah, that's probably not the best borders possible, but you know I'm not good at that. No, I'm not good with making these borders look good. But hey, it's not my fault. Anyway, capital city destruction time. Into major city. Anyway, yeah. Borders, nice. And I'm pretty sure now there's one last invasion left. And that will be of Namibia. And we're just gonna get this over with. We're just gonna skip the invasion and let's just get the Treaty of Warsaw out of the way, because this video is getting too long. Don't want to drag this out. So, in simple terms, it'll just be split evenly. So you have Lesotho getting Omaheke, the Jozanjupa, Kavango West, Kavango East, and then Zambezi, Oshikoto, Ohangwini, Oshana, Omosati, Kunin, and Comus. That's all they're gonna get. While the British will get these provinces. Karas, Hordap, and Orongo. I have probably butchered that, but not my problem anymore. But I'm pretty sure the capital here, it's gonna be here. So we're just gonna go from, this is gonna look bad, trust me. I am not good at drawing these provinces borders. Just trust me on this. So yeah, Lesotho just made the best attempt to make the worst borders possible. Britain, on the other hand, kind of made this look better. This looks way better than what it actually looks like now in real life. I kind of like these borders. They don't look exactly like how they would turn out, but I tried. I tried my best. So next Empire video will be with South Africa, and probably next one will be Madagascar, and then the rest of Africa and the rest of the island nations. What should we call this alliance here? Well, I was thinking of the Anglo Accord. I don't know. This whole area was a part of Britain at some point, so that's why. So boom, boom, and boom. So if you want to actually see the borders, I will show you, but Anglo Accord. So if you want to actually see it, here it is. So if you want to look at that, there it is. The Anglo Accord, the Lesotho Imperium, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and Eswatini. And if you want to actually see the borders, there it is. Sorry if you can't see it, but that's basically it. I'm gonna just take a picture of this soon. But, no. But, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.